Just to illustrate this point, it was 2008, we conducted a workshop and we asked 13 different teams made up of black belts and operations managers to analyze a manufacturing assembly line and answer two questions. What data would you want to collect and analyze, and where would you focus your first Kaizen event? This was the assembly line. It was a multi-segment, takt time-based line with each segment separated by a buffer. It was a mixture of manual and automated stations, and you can see that the output of the line was pretty low. It was a 53.4% OEE output of this line. Various information was provided as part of the workshop. And the results were people were looking to collect cycle times at each station, total downtime, and the top 10 fault codes. That's what people were looking for. It's pretty interesting. After all was said and done, the teams had different ideas on where to focus. So we had 9 different stations identified to focus on. The way it was modeled, there was one area that was the constraint in the system, one area that was constraining the flow of product. So what we had was 8 areas that weren't the constraint in the system that were being focused on with Kaizen events. This illustrated the point on how complex some of these systems could be. Fairly small line setup, but adding in buffers, some manual operations, and a few other things made it a fairly complex issue to solve. I think it's William Edwards Deming that's credited with saying you can't improve what you can't measure, and if people don't see the process, they can't improve it. And that's really the goal.